Welcome in. It is I, Jason Draven. How's it going, everybody? It is Sunday. I can't believe it. One game is underway, and it's going unfortunate for Ryan Tannehill, but that is just how it goes sometimes. That in mind, I'm here to answer your start-sit questions. So let's see. Croman's already coming on. Let's go. I agree. It is time to go. It has been a minute, so we are seeing how this works out. But guys are lighting me up already. There's a ton of questions dealing with the big thing of now that Roshan's out, how does Foreman work? Do I prefer Foreman over a handful of other backs? Yeah, probably. I have him in the top 20 right now. So it really just depends on that. But it's just how it goes. So we'll see how this ends up rolling. And with that in mind, thankfully, there's not a whole lot of people on right now, probably because we're late. That is all on me. I'm just figuring this out, so trying to figure it out as we go. But hey, nailed Flowers already. Already has a touchdown. Love that. I was really hoping that Mark Andrews would be able to help me out there, but no luck. And so it will be very interesting to see how that ends up working out. 21-13. Rough go. Have Tina already here. Shaheed, Thomas, or Josh Downs in the flex. I'm going to go with Downs here. I think the option's more safe. I like Thomas and Shaheed, but Thomas is more short area. I think Downs with Gardner Minshew under center is really going to affect that and will really allow for a lot of upside. More fire came in and has Cooks or Hubbard. I'm going to go with Hubbard. I do like Cook a lot. I think it's a great matchup, especially against the Giants. Really think he could do a lot of work, but it's tough. So if you have your start sits, ask them. I'm more than willing to answer anything that way, but just slowly working through it here. Let's see. Higgins, Kirk, Wilson, or Addison. Pick 2 and half PPR. With that in mind, I'm looking at, that's tough. I'm probably going to go with Kirk, and it's a toss-up between Wilson and Addison. It really depends on what you're looking for. There's more upside with Addison, but the weather does have me a little nervous. I like Wilson if you're looking for a safer floor. So Byron popping in. All right. Need one. Brandon Ayuk, Jordan Addison, or Devontae Smith. I really do like Smith, but they just can't ever play consistently. So with that in mind, I'm probably going to go with Ayuk. Even in the horrible weather, the way he's been used, he just needs a handful of targets and he's going to explode and more likely end up with a touchdown. Debo's still dealing with the rib injury. I like Addison, but again, like I said, the weather makes me a little more nervous on it. So that's more how I lane. Hopefully that helps. Rodney popping in. Need one. Mike Evans, Addison, Olave. Oh, man. I can't sit Evans to save anything, so I'm going to roll that way. Absolutely love the fact that he is the one for Baker, and Baker's really just locked in on him now that he's back. I wouldn't expect that to change even in this matchup, and more than likely he's going to end up with a touchdown. So that also helps things. I like Addison, but again, the weather and Olave, I mean, they're all very similar. I just have Evans the highest because he is the focus for Baker Mayfield. So happy to help, Byron. All right. Joe Sizzle. Should I start as RB2? Jonathan Taylor and Barkley. Oi. I'm worried about Barkley. I'm not willing to play him at this point, so I'm going to roll out Jonathan Taylor there. I understand. It's just that and the fact that that whole team is dealing with injuries right now. I can't bring myself to really just go with it and believe that that's going to be the case. So I'm going to go with Taylor of those options. Ruben's popping in. Hi, Ruben. How's it going? Moss or Taylor? That's been the question. I'm going to go with, depending on what you're looking for, I'm going to go with Moss. I think he's a safer option. They said they were going to increase Taylor's workload. We'll see if that actually happens. And then Thomas, Davis, or Osborne. Davis is on an incredible streak right now. He has yet to be in the game. I'll knock on wood real quick. But that he hasn't scored a touchdown. So I'm going to lean that way in a game that they should easily handle. I think that's the option. Hopefully that helps you out, Ruben. No problem, Rodney. Happy to help. Always a blast. Francisco Diaz, welcome back. Osborne or Michael Thomas in standard. Man, it's probably Thomas, mostly because I don't know what that Vikings offense is going to look like. It makes me very nervous for Osborne. Osborne has been the one who's been running more routes, and so that makes it a little more interesting. But again, it's really hard to tell how that's going to end up working. So with that in mind, I'm probably going to go Thomas as well. I think it's a safer play. So hopefully that'll help you out. Uh, Gotta love Andrews. I just wish he would get a touchdown. It's killing me. But yeah, nice. Yeah, it's rough out there right now. I mean, a lot of options. It's just hard to really get any of them into it. So hopefully that'll help. Ruben's back. Moss or Osborne? Ugh, I'm still going safe here, and I'm going to roll out Osborne or Moss. I know he's going to get the touches in a game that they should have under control. So I'm going to go with Moss. I think that's actually a higher scoring game, so that's going to be a lot of fun to watch. That's one I'm really excited to actually get a look at. SD, half PPR, start two. Higgins, Kirk, Wilson, or Addison. Ooh, I'm going to probably go with it's half, so I want bigger plays. Man, I just wish the weather wasn't so bad. It would be Wilson and Addison if the weather wasn't so bad, but I think I'm going to go with Kirk and Wilson there. So hopefully that'll help. Hey, it's me. Uh, go high risk reward for Saquon or play. I'm playing Chuba, man. Every time he has gotten a full workload, he's had double digit in fantasy points, and he also gets a handful of work in the passing game, so that also helps him. So I can't bring myself to trust Saquon, especially with all the injuries that they have going on. Nightmare's back. Good morning. I'm glad you made it. Moss or Foreman. Man, it's Foreman. With the fact that Roshan's out with concussion and now Herbert's likely out for a while, that's who I'm going to lean. Foreman has a good matchup. Should get all the work. I know I saw the scat back's name, but I can't remember it now. So, but Foreman should get a majority of the work and more likely find the touchdown. And that's really what you want. So, welcome, Allen. Pick two, wide receiver 1 and 2, Osborne, London, Davis, or Cooper. I'm going to go London and Davis here. Cooper, I'm nervous about with PJ. I think PJ is going to be more of a deep throw, and if he's looking at short target, it's probably going to be more or Njoku. So that's how I'm going to lean. WC Cam. All right. Pierce or Ramondre? Oh my gosh. I'm going to roll out Ramondre. I know it's scary for you. It's really tough. Even with the matchup, I'm going to go because of the matchup. I'm going Ramondre. Pierce, I hate the matchup for him. He should get all the work, but I think that this is definitely Ramondre's bounce back. Yeah, it doesn't change a whole lot. So thanks on that one. Ham and egg are coming in strong. Ford or Foreman? It's Foreman for me. Again, like I said, PJ's under center makes me nervous, so I'm running away from that as hard as I can. Redbeard, Metcalf or Marquise Brown? Ooh, that's a good one. I'm probably gonna go Metcalf just because it's a safer option. You're worried about touchdowns, which is going to go to Walker more often than not. So with that in mind, I'm going to definitely roll out Metcalf there. Francisco, Rams, Lions, Vikings, or Jaguars? Leaning Rams. Yeah, probably. I like if outside of the Rams, I'm most high on the Lions after that. Because I actually trust their defense a little more in that matchup. So I'm good with either of those two options. So if you want to go Rams, go with Rams. Joe Sizzle, welcome in. Taylor or Barkley? Oh, you're killing me, Joe. All right. It's gonna be Taylor, because I know he's playing and that Giants offense is just in shambles. So I'm running away from it as hard as I can, man. Yeah, yo mama, yo in. Welcome. Ugh. It's been Addison, but with this weather report, I'm a little nervous on it. Kirk is a much safer play, so it really depends on what you're looking for. I would roll out Kirk just because I think that that's going to be a higher scoring game too, especially since the weather's a little better. Welcome in, Ruben. Pittman, Thomas, Osborne, pick two. It's going to be Pittman and Thomas again. I don't know what Osborne's role is supposed to be now that Justin Jefferson's out, so I'm very curious on that one. Pick two, Laporta or Kittle. If it's PPR, it's Laporta. If it's half or standard, I'm going to go Kittle. It really changes because I think that Kittle will be the one who ends up scoring a touchdown, and I do think that Debo is dealing with injury. Hey, Daniel, how's it going? Waddle or Addison or London? If it's PPR, I'm going to go safe and play London here. But if you're looking for upside, it's Addison. Like the weather again still makes me nervous, but that's how I'm going to lean. I'm going to go with London to be played safe. Nightmares again. Half PPR. Need one. Moss, Addison, Hall. I'm chasing upside here. It's Addison. I like the opportunities. Even in the rain game, I think there's more upside. If you want to play it safe, it's going to be Moss. I just don't really like that as an option. Even in the high scoring game, I think Edison is just such a big play guy. Welcome in, Polo. How's it going, man? Pick 3, Puka, Nico, Higgins, or Collins. Ooh, okay. I am going to sit Puka here. It's close with Higgins, but the fact that he is back, I have to try and play Higgins if I can. He's been a guy for you in this matchup. I really like him, especially if Joe is getting back on track. So hopefully that helps, Polo. Byron Edwards, welcome. Have Saquon Barkley at the flex. Other options are Hollywood Brown, Zach Moss, Chuba and KJ Osborne. Yeah, I'm going to sit Barkley because, like you said, you're nervous about it. Not really worth it. I'd play Chuba because he offers you the safest floor, should get you double digits. If you're chasing upside here, I'm probably going to roll out Brown just because he's that big play guy. But in non-PPR, it's Chuba. He's going to be the safe play. He's going to get you those touches. And usually he should get you over 10 fantasy points, especially if he scores. That's going to help a massive amount. Might get you closer to 15 or 16 with that. One welcome in. I'm glad you joined me. It's a mess right now, but this isn't my normal setup, so it's weird. And my mic and everything is all different. I'm very out of sorts today, so I'm glad he could stop in at least and say hi. Straight Cash, welcome in, man. It's been a week. What do I do with Barkley? Oh, if your options are Debo or Ford, I mean, if you have somebody else that you can play later, I guess wait for Barkley. He should be all that offense. Again, I'm worried about Debo's injury still. That rib has been lingering. He's been running more running routes than actually passing routes. And I like Ford, but again, I'm nervous with PJ. I want to see how that ends up working out. He should have opportunities, but again, the matchup is horrible for him. It's going to be really rough running for him. Francisco, last one. I don't believe you one bit, but I'm willing to help either way. I'm going to go Chuba for sure. Yeah. Yep. I get it. That the spread isn't what really worries me. What really worries me is the defense. Pierce going up against that tough defense. He does get all the work, so you're more than likely he should score a touchdown, but we'll see how that goes. And Chuba's just been so solid, man. It's the fact that Sanders is out really helps him. It's going to be a big push for sure. All right. All right. P Dog Rush 23. Hopefully I got that right. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be PDO. I don't know. All right. Got a couple of decisions in PPR redraft. All right. Robinson or Foreman? Foreman, I hate the matchup for Robinson. I talked about it on Thursday's show. It's really tough. In Dynasty, pick 2. Lockett, Osborne, Downs, or Godwin. Like I said, with Baker and Evans, that matchup is too good. They're going to be Baker's going to only look at Evans for a majority of the game. So with that in mind, Osborne in the wind, don't really like that in the rain. So I'm going to go Lockett and Downs. I think those are your safest plays for sure. And so that's how I'm going to end up rolling that out. Yeah, it's still probably Barkley. The fact that it's a flex, man, there are a ton of options that I'd be looking at just in case. I'd be looking more specifically at wide receiver if I were you, straight cash. Joe Sizzle, need a flex, Pierce, London, Moore, Thomas. Man, it's full PPR, so I'm gonna go London just because I'm not sure what PJ's gonna do. So that's how I would lean. You too. Thanks for stopping in. Definitely appreciate it. If you haven't already, make sure to get the fools from Fantasy Life to join us. Let them know that I'm here. But until then, I'll take a look. Let's see. Tony 84, Mixon or Hall. I would go Mixon there. I like that option a lot more. So kind of lean how I would lean of those two, especially in a PPR. I like Hall, but again, that offense is really struggling. It's a decent matchup. Olave or Kirk, half PPR. Because it's half, it makes me go for the upside, and I'm going to go Olave there. He has the more big playability as compared to Kirk. So just kind of keep, if you guys have questions, make sure to get them asked. I will gladly answer them. That's the whole point of this, like legitimately. So I do it to make sure you guys are involved and get your questions answered. Jim Slaw, Tua or Justin Herbert for quarterback? Okay, this really depends on what you're looking for. Tua should have this game in hand very easily. My worry is they're going to be able to run it out a lot. And so Herbert has the upside, but it is a tougher matchup. So I completely understand that. Dan's back. Daniel Eberhard. Pick 2. Hall, Williams, Pierce, Addison. It's probably going to be Addison and it's PPR, man. It makes Williams so close there, but I still think I'm going to roll out Pierce. Their O line's getting healthier slowly. I know it's terrifying, but even last week we kind of saw it shift. They had more run game, and he was getting used in the passing game as well. So that also helped. And they are still without Dell, so that also helps him. Sheldon Alexander, welcome in. Eagles D or Falcons D? I'm leaning Falcons, man. They're stout. It should be a lower scoring game. Eagles D has a lot of injuries. That makes me nervous. That game could actually end up being a shootout. It makes me nervous that they won't, unless they get the turnovers or a pick 6. It's going to be struggle bus for them. Logan Schultz, welcome in. Hubbard or Gabe Davis? In standard, it's Davis, man. Like I was saying earlier, 4 straight games, 4 straight games with touchdowns. He's on a pretty hot record right now. It's hard to set him, especially in a game that they should dominate. I would expect him to score again. So that also helps. If you want to play it safe, I'm fine rolling out Hubbard. He should be a solid play for you. I'm just nervous about the fact that Davis just has so much more upside. Straight cash. You pick Jay Myers and Ayuk over Wilson. In half, it's closer now with the matchups. It's just hard to sit Myers. He's been playing so well with that Raiders offense, and since he's been back, I mean, even when he was the entire time he's been healthy, he's just been seeing enough targets and being used, especially in red zone, which I absolutely love. Him and Adams were like the top 2 targets. So it makes it close. It's just hard to sit those two. I like Wilson and a lot. You just have a lot of good wide receivers, so it really helps you. Wilson has a lot of upside. Olave has upside, but Myers and Ayuk gives you the safest floor. Of the two, if you're worried, I'd be sitting Ayuk because of the fact that they could get up and be in control of that game. It's also a revenge game kind of narrative for Jimmy G and Jacoby Myers. So part of the reason I really like that matchup. If you want to sit Ayuk, I'd probably go Wilson just because of pure volume. So I'm good with either. I mean, they're all good options. You can't really mess this up. I think you should be pretty safe either way. Hey, you made it. Is Saquon playing tonight? I'm going to say yes, but again, I'm not willing to play him. That's more of my issue. I'm terrified of it. The fact that they don't have an offense roll in, it makes me super nervous. Daniel Jones is out, which could be a improvement, but who actually knows? Wallard's dealing with injury. I'm nervous for that team, man. Is that a baseball or basketball man? 05. White or Ford at RB? It's going to be White for me, especially in PPR. I don't know what PJ is going to do. I'm expecting him to use more downfield threats. Part of why I like DPJ as a upside play this week. But Moore should be the guy who sees a lot of targets. Again, I'm just nervous for the person I'm most nervous for is Cooper. So, Rodney, welcome. Ramondre or Brian? It's going to be Stevenson. I know it's terrifying. I know it's tough. Brian Robinson is playing really well. He has to get a touchdown for him to have success this week. It's such a tough matchup. Stevens in a good matchup. Raiders are one of the worst run defenses. I mean, Dylan just hung 60 on him, or he had 60 yards on him, which is super impressive since he has still struggled and did it all with 2.7 to 3.3 yards per carry. Like, he's been rough. So hopefully that helps. Yeah, it's an embarrassment of riches for you. I feel so bad for you, Straight Cash. Joseph, welcome in. Need 3. Addison, Evans, Ridley, Garrett Wilson. Golly, you guys have some of the best receivers. All right, I'm going to go Evans, Wilson, and then if you're chasing the upside, it's Addison, but that weather makes me a little nervous, so I'd rather play Ridley. Again, don't think you go wrong here. It's unfortunate that you have all these awesome players to help boost your team. Welcome, Alan. Olave or Parker? Oh man. Sorry, Olave or Moore. I don't know why I said Parker. That's your last name. That's why. Like, that's gonna throw me off. PPR and half PPR, I'm going to go Moore. Standard, I'm probably going to go Olave again, just because of more big playability. It's just so hard to sit more. Now that they have got that under control, it's them just rolling with it, and I can't bring myself to get away from them. So hopefully that helps. Okay. Yeah, I know. I feel so bad for all your awesome. What you need to do is, ship a couple of those out. Make it so that people are coming in and having some fun, and you get a little tougher league. You're killing me straight. All right, Ruben, defense here. Good one. Oh my gosh, Lions is the best for sure. Really depends. Lions is going to be safe. That's why I like them. It's a safe play. They've been stout all year. Everybody has been playing very well. They like to funnel to the passing game, which allows for turnovers. But if you want to chase the upside, it's Vegas, man. The upside is there. Jones has been struggling. They haven't really been able to trust their offense because they don't know what quarterback they're going to be with. So that in mind, I'm rolling out Vegas. I like the upside so much. Hammonegger, welcome in. Will Jerry Jeudy be a player worth a roster? If he gets somewhere good, like, for example, if he lands in, let's see, Kansas City is a name that's been out a lot. He'd be really good in, I mean, it'd make me sad, but he'd be good in Houston. Be really good if he would end up in New England. I mean, these are all places that have decent cap space that need wide receivers. But it's hard to hold somebody that isn't performing on a team that just doesn't know what it's doing. It's extremely frustrating. Sutton looks really good, so it's hard to get away from him. All right, Joseph. Let's see. One more. Foreman or Madison? Oh my gosh. Because of the game streak, Madison is getting a little bit of a boost here. It's PPR 2, which makes me lean Madison. Foreman has been used in the passing game, just not as often. Madison is more of a pass catcher. And in a game that is supposed to have a lot of wind, the check down is going to be there. Might be a good option to really use him. So hopefully that helps. All right, got a little. Looks like if you guys have questions, make sure to get them asked. I'm more than willing to answer anything you guys have. Let's see, looking at FLA right now. Mingo or Rondell Moore? I'm going to go more there. I like Jonathan Mingo, but it's rough. I like the fact that Moore is going to has shown to kind of taken over that Wilson role already. Extremely frustrating for sure. All right. So hopefully that helps. Daniel, Laporta, Ingram. Okay. I'm rolling out Laporta, but again, completely understand you're worried about the calf and hit the re-injury. With that in mind, I'm completely fine dealing with Ingram and rolling that. I really don't think you go wrong here. I have them at 7 and 10 right now. So the change in scoring isn't a massive. So hopefully that helps. Swindle Chan. All right. Let's see. Jags versus Indy. Detroit versus Tampa. Rams versus Arizona. Houston versus New Orleans. Man. Okay. So Rams is your safe play. I'm worried about the Jags. I think that matchup's actually going to be a higher scoring game. Same thing with Detroit. Detroit should be fine here, but it's a tough matchup, and they're coming off of bye, which makes me a little more nervous against Tampa. So Rams is definitely the safe play. If you want to go or you're worried about that, roll out Detroit. They've been very solid all year. It's hard to get away from them. So, Nall Murphy, welcome in. Full PPR, Waddle, McLaurin, Evans, Ridley. Oh, you need to drop one? If you're just dropping one, oh my gosh. I'm probably going to drop McLaurin. It's close with, yeah, it's probably McLaurin just because that offense is horrible. So if you're dropping one, that's who I'm dropping. If you're playing one, I'm playing Evans. So hopefully that helps. Pockets. I love pockets. All right. Best invention ever. Goff versus Stroud. It's going to be Goff. Weakness of Tampa is actually their secondary. It has improved this year, but they like that short area target, which Amon-Ra is back, should help there. Laporta's there. It's going to be tough. So I like Stroud, but again, don't love the matchup for him. It's a tough defense that he's facing. And without Dell, I'm curious to see how this ends up working. They won one last week, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully that helps pockets. WC Cam, WBC I don't know. I can't get it. All right, key quarterback, Superflex Dynasty, Minshew or Bryce Young? It's Minshew, man. It's not even close. I like Young a lot, but Minshew in this matchup should just be able to pick him apart. His pocket presence has gotten so much better. This O-line's really good. He has a rushing ability to keep the defense honest, and his weapons are good. I'm leaning Minshew, and it's not even close. So hopefully that helps. No, Murphy, been thinking about it for days. Anytime. That's the whole point. I mean, you could have asked me on Thursday. We have a show on. Granted, it's more betting show on Friday, so they don't take the questions like I do. So, but absolutely happy to help. You're welcome, Pockets. Hopefully it helps you. Dan, all right. Cousins or Burrow? I'm going Burrow just because, again, with JJ out, the weather, I'm nervous on Cousins. I want to see how he ends up looking. I can't bring myself to do it. So of those two options, Burrow actually looked like he was back last week. So I'm more than willing to roll that out. All right. Got a lull again. If you guys have questions, make sure to get them in. I will gladly answer them. Going back to FLA, Olave, Kirk, or Debo. I'm going to go Olave and Kirk since you need 2 or 3. Love those. Joe Dirt, better flex, Madison or Pittman? It's a half. So I'm probably going to go Pittman. He normally torches the Colts or the Jags. Sorry. So makes it more fun. D. Schmidt, Osborne, Reynolds, or Cooper? It's going to be Reynolds for me. Again, worried about Cooper again and Osborne. We don't know how those roles are going to work out. It makes me absolutely terrified for them all. So with that in mind, I'm definitely going to roll out. Yeah. Let's see. Bradley. Some of the names on FLA just crack me up. So Evans, Lamb, or Addison, no PPR. With that, it's going to be Evans from Evans either way, because I think of them, he's the most likely to score a touchdown. Lamb's close, but we'll see. Got one of you guys popping in. All right. James Cook or Rashad White? Ooh, it's going to be Cook. Don't love the matchup for White. My only worry for Cook is the fact that they could be done by the half and he gets to sit out the third and fourth quarter. Also, I really hope this week they give him a touchdown. He needs it. He deserves it. Dude's been working his butt off. Last week, he really struggled in a tough matchup, but this week is a much easier matchup. Should be able to run the table with it, not have to worry about it too much. So hopefully that helps. BTFU. Sorry, guys. Spanky 05. Olave or Waddle? It's going to be a Olave for me. Got questions? Hopefully I got answers. Ask away, you guys. I'm here to help as much as I can. Or just make you laugh. I can do that too. I can do a whole comedy hour, just sit up here and give you some nonsensical stuff. But I'd much rather talk about fantasy and the mess that we are all in due to all these injuries. It's been insane this year, guys. It's a unique situation that we're in. So, hey, another one for BTFU. All right. Rashad White, Pittman, or Gabe Davis? Oh my gosh, it's PPR. It's close between Pittman and Davis. Davis has been on a tear with getting a touchdown in the past 4 games. But with Gardner Minshew under center and against the Jags, I'm leaning Pittman for sure. Oh my gosh, it's a spotting. It's Dr. Squatch. He's back. Hey, welcome in, man. Glad he made it. Salvin Ahmed, Wandale, or Tutu. That's tough. I wish I knew if Wandale was actually going to be good to go. I wish I trusted that offense is going to look okay without Daniel Jones. I think there's an opportunity for it. But I'm going to take the garbage time that Miami should have and say that I'm rolling out Ahmed. I'm taking Salvon for that guaranteed touches. So hope that helps, Dr. Squatch. Dan the man. All right. Ridley, London, Ford, Lockett, or Osborne. PPR. I'm going to go London. Um, it's close with Lockett because I think there's a lot of upside. Like Ridley a lot, but again, the matchup should be fine. The PPR. I want London to score. He looked good last week. I think this is another good option. That's a weakness of this defense. So if you don't like that, I'm fine rolling out Ridley. A lot of opportunity there too. Happy to help. Yeah, we've been missing you. It's been driving me crazy. Glad you've been spotted. Perfect. See, you already know. It's like you're one of us. I don't know. Brain is on fire. Brian is on fire. Wow. Nice play on words there, Brian. All right, Laporta or Ingram? Depends what you're looking for. PPR, I'm still rolling out Laporta. If you're worried about it, I'm fine. Playing Ingram, it's really a toss-up. I have them separated by 3 spots. I have Laporta at 7 and Ingram at 10 in my rankings. So completely fine. I think you're good either way. Hopefully that helps, Brian. Soaring Eagle, is Josh Palmer versus the Cowboys a good flex art? Yes, I actually really like it, especially in any kind of PPR format. They're going to try and take away Allen. It'll be interesting to see. I'm actually kind of curious about QJ as well here. But it's a good defense. I'm nervous. I'm just curious to see what the OC is going to be looking at and how that's going to work, and if coming off a bye really allows an step up for the Chargers. So glad to see you're in, Soaring Eagle. X cooking you. All right. It's cooking. That's for sure. Dotson or Pitt. Okay. So the weakness of oh my gosh. I'm losing my voice again. Sorry, guys. Of the Commanders has been the secondary. So with that in mind, I'm going to go Pitts. I know they're good against tight ends. So Johnny Smith takes a step back, but Pitts has been being used as a wide receiver. With that in mind, I'm going to take Pitts. Again, they aren't looking at Dotson as much. They don't know what they're doing. They're using Samuel a lot. Makes me super nervous. I'm getting away from it. It's any opportunity that I can. So hope that helps, cooking. B-Rob, Moss, or Chuba Hubbard. It's going to be Hubbard for me. Has the full job with Sanders out. Has the opportunities. PPR, you should see double digits. Moss is fighting with Taylor. I don't know how much they're expecting to use him, but it makes me nervous. So I'm going to run out Chuba. And Ramondre or Godwin. I know it's going to be scary, but I'm going to tell you to play Stevenson. It's a good matchup. I think that Raiders has one of the weaker run defenses. If Ramondre doesn't do this week, I think you can almost cut him at this point. That offense is lost if they don't realize that they need to start using Stevenson to balance it, and especially in a game that is the weakness of the Raiders is the run defense. So also Godwin makes me nervous because Evans is back and Baker only has eyes for him. All right, Daniel, Fields or Herbert? Man, that's tough. I'm probably going to take Fields because it's a safer play. It's just really tough to roll out Herbert against the Dallas Cowboys, who just got really beat bad. And with that in mind, I think that they're going to try and bounce back. Again, it will be curious to see. Herbert has a lot more upside, in my opinion, but it'll be, again, the battle of who actually is going to be the one to step up. So I'm going to lean Fields. I think it's a safer option for you. So hopefully that helps. Hey, it's Polo. Start one. Minshew or Lawrence? Oh, man. Against each other. I'm going to go Minshew. My worry is that Lawrence is going to be able to use Etienne a little more. While Minshew has good options, the fact that they're splitting kind of makes it more difficult, and Minshew is more of a pocket guy. So could be a boost up for the RBs. So it'll be interesting to see how that ends up working out. David, welcome in. KJ Osborne, Josh Reynolds, or Amari Cooper? Okay. Depends what you're looking for. I think Reynolds is a safe play here. I'm nervous for Cooper, so he's completely out of the equation. With PJ Walker under center, I'm not sure how much he's going to get targeted. Should also have a tougher matchup. So I'm going to go Reynolds. I like the Osborne play for upside only. I just can't bring myself to do it because of the weather. So hopefully that helps, David. Paul, welcome in. Mayfield or Dak? Man, I think there's more upside in the Cowboys Chargers game. So I'm going to lean Dak. It's close. I think both are good options. So hopefully that'll help you. All right. DJ0510. Cousins or Stafford? It's Stafford. I think it's a lot safer play. I understand the wind is a part of the issue for Cousins, but also JJ going down. I'm curious to see how they end up splitting targets and how that whole offense decides to work. I expect Hawkinson to get a step up, Madison to get a step up, and Addison to get a step up. So just feel bad for Osborne because he was the one kind of more likely going to be the odd man out moving forward. Waddle or Godwin? It's Waddle. Like I said, nervous on Evans or Godwin because Evans is back and Baker only has eyes for him. So makes me super nervous on it. Hopefully that helps, G. Ryan, welcome in. Chuba Ramondre. It's Chuba, man. I like Stevenson, but it's so risky. I get it. The question's solid. I just prefer Chuba here. Should see all the work. Again, Ramondre also splitting. The fact that the offense is completely lost. I'm nervous about it. Pearson Dean, welcome in. Lawrence or Stafford? It's going to be. I'm probably going to lean Stafford because of Cup. Stafford's been so solid, especially actually threw touchdowns last week. Important. I think with Cup back, he is actually able to throw even more touchdowns. I think that helps a lot. So hopefully that helps. Pearson. Chris, what up? How's it going? Starting Addison. Good. Appreciate it. Wilson, Thomas, or Lockett? Oh my gosh. PPR, it's going to be Wilson for sure. It might be Wilson either way. It's close with Lockett, but again, that offense really likes to score through the run game. Walker's just tearing it up. Herm, welcome in. Mario or Moss? Oh my gosh. I think there's more upside with DeMarcado, but I'm playing it safe. I want to see how that splits with Keontae actually being available to play. It's like super annoying. So I'm going to roll out Moss there to be safe. Ryan, Higgins or Addison? If you're worried about it, I'm rolling out Higgins. It's fine. I just can't bring myself to do. I couldn't do it. I'd play Addison, but I completely understand you wanted to play Higgins because he's been the guy. It's a good offense. Addison in the rain. Completely understand that. So you're welcome, David. Ooh. See, this is where it matters on if it's what scoring it is. If it's PPR, I'm going DeMarcado. Otherwise, it's going to be Ingram. I think Ingram is more likely to score, which really boosts him. So that's part of why that is kind of important to include. Hazard Gaming, Kirk or Nico? Oh my gosh, these are good options. I'm going based on pure volume here and going to go with Nico. With the fact that Dell's out, he's also a big play guy. Kirk is more of an intermediate, should get tackled while Ridley's supposed to be the big guy. We'll see how that works out, though. Redbeard's back. Taylor or Robinson? Oh my gosh, I wish I didn't hate the matchup for Taylor or for Robinson so much. It's going to be Taylor just because of that. Robinson just sucks when it comes to his matchup. And that offense is just bad. I wish they would focus on allowing him to run, but it's hard. Biz, drop Anthony Richardson. It depends on for who. And if you don't have an IR spot, you should also get that. Yeah, see, there we go. Oh, sorry, guys. Get more comfy. All right, Chris, thanks, sir. You're welcome. One more. Do you worry won't be productive? Okay, the problem with the Eagles now is that they have some injuries on defense, which is going to make it a little easier. I don't trust him as my quarterback in fantasy. No, I'd look anywhere else. I do think there is a lot of upside in that Seattle Cincy game, but again, Pete Carroll wants to run and win the game. He doesn't care how he does it, so he's going to try and keep away from the Bengals. Bengals have to put pressure on by scoring, so hopefully that helps. I got T-Law. Oh, dang it. What was the other one? I got T-Law and was going to pick up Malik. Oh, I'd rather just hold on to Richardson. If I'm being honest, Biz. Hopefully that'll help, man. I would hold Richardson for now. I can't. I get it, trying to get ahead of the game, but Malik looks so bad. Rooney, welcome in. To our Fields. Chasing the upside here and going Fields. I think he's just safer, man. Good matchup, rushing ability. Tua, I'm worried they get up, and don't have to run it. And so, Hazard Gaming, Ramondre, Chuba, or Ford. Oh, two. It's going to be Stevenson and Chuba. I'm nervous with Ford, mostly because of PJ and the inconsistency there. So, very curious to see how that ends up working out. Paul, Ayuk, or Collins? Oh my God. It's probably Ayuk, but again, it's really tough just based on the matchup. Completely understand playing Collins. I think it's a lot safer. He should see more volume than he has. I would expect probably 12 to 14 targets for him in this game. So Ayuk's going to be limited, but he has that more big play and a better offense behind him. So Polo, Herbert, or Goff? It's probably going to be Herbert. More likely to have a passing touch, but Eckler's back. It makes me nervous. It's close. I think if you're chasing upside, it's Herbert, though. Definitely the upside play there, Polo. Felix, welcome in. Moss or Taylor? Depends on what you're looking for. I'm rolling out Moss. I think it's a safer play. Again, the way they've been splitting these two is odd. I trust Taylor to get it done, but I'd rather go with the guy that has been playing out of his mind and to really allow them to ease Taylor in. So hopefully that'll help. Damien, should I start Barkley or go with DeMarcado? That's tough. If you're looking for a floor play, it depends on if you have anybody on waivers one. Because if Barkley can't go, you're out of luck. So I'd roll DeMarcado for that reason. But again, also in PPR, I'd prefer DeMarcado just because, again, I'm not sure that offense is going to look. Luke Fiasco, Barkley or Foreman. Taking the safe play, man. Got to be safe there. Love the picture, too. All right, we caught up. I think that's Higgins or Downs. Ooh. PPR, I'm going to go Downs. I just think he's a safe play. If you're looking for upside, it's Higgins, but him coming off an injury, I understand that he logged the full practice. It just makes me so nervous for him. So that's my one takeaway that's been iffy. Mr. Rooney, Waller or Jake Ferguson? Oh, wait, I'm going to go Ferguson. Like I said, the fact that Daniel Jones is out makes me nervous. Potentially Barkley out. Don't love that either. I'm terrified for that option. So I have Ferguson ranked. I think I have Waller at 16. So yeah, yo mama, yo back. All right, Rams D or Jaxie? It's probably gonna be Rams, man. I just can't trust the Jacks with Colts coming at them. It being a divisional game, don't love that either. Prefer the Rams D this week, especially as good as they've been playing. It'll be interesting to see how they do with Stafford running the show a little better. Hopefully that helps. Yeah, sorry for the late start, guys. It's glad you guys can make it. If you have any questions, make sure to give in. 8 minutes. We're already there. If anybody wants to update me on the score, that'd be awesome too. I'm just throwing that out there. Welcome in, Justin. Pick 2, Williams, Mostert, or Kamara. It's Kamara and Mostert for me. With cut back, Williams saw a significant loss of target. Makes me a little more nervous on him. Mostert's in a game that should be able to dominate, and Kamara has been used a lot in the passing game. So I think this could be it. Coming off the bye in a game that is a revenge narrative kind of streak going on. The fact that they always said that he wanted to light at the scoreboard, QJ could be the guy. I think there's a big opportunity there for him for sure. Brent, Godwin or Olave? It's Olave. Like I said, Evans is back. Makes me nervous for Godwin. He really needed that injury to have any kind of fantasy value. Ooh, wow. Huh. It's a closer score than I expected. Jay Chavez, welcome in. Hubbard or Brian Robinson? It's Hubbard. Robinson's matchup is horrible. Hubbard's getting the full workload. Robinson, if they get behind, which they more likely will because that defense is horrible, they won't be able to run as much. Last time, I think he saw 9 carries and needed a touchdown to really make it an efficient day. I'm glad the Ravens won, guys. That's 24. Dang it. That means that Andrews didn't score. Oh, I wanted that score so bad. All right. If you guys have questions, make sure to get them in. But dang it, that's frustrating. I was really hoping Ravens Andrews would score. Flowers definitely scored. I saw that happen. It only took like 3 targets, but any stat line would be interesting. I'm excited to go back and look at that. So hope we're getting close to it being over, guys. 5 minutes away. So get your questions asked, and I will try and get them answered. Biz, Nico, or Amon-Ra? Oh my gosh. It's hard to sit Amon-Ra, man. I understand coming off an injury. I'd probably, if you're worried about it, I'm good. I'm fine to play Collins. I think it's a safe option. He should see a lot of targets. Should be a good game. He continues to impress me, but Amon-Ra has more upside because of who he is and how he plays. I mean, it's hard. So go Amon-Ra there for sure, though. Utmost turn. All right, great name. Play Garrett Wilson this afternoon or wait for Saquon. Play Wilson. Again, nervous on Saquon. Don't really trust the offense at this point. It's been rough. I like Palmer. But I'd prefer that in a full PPR. If it was full PPR, I might go Palmer there for sure. Paul, DeMarcado, or Robinson? It's probably going. Oh my gosh, if it's PPR, it's going to be DeMarcado. Otherwise, Robinson's more likely to score because Ingram, I think, will be the goal line back for the Cardinals. So, Anthony, welcome in. Hubbard, Foreman, Palmer, need 2 in standard. Take the running backs. In standard, it's hard to get away from running backs. Both of them have the opportunity to score. Palmer is the big play guy. What really saves him is the PPR aspect of games. So hope that helps, Anthony. Yeah. Of course, Tucker has a good game. Foreman or Barkley? It's going to be Foreman. Taking the opportunity that's there, man. It's a good option. He should see a lot of work. They say right now he's trending towards it. It's a game time decision, so it's rough. If you have other options, be ready for them. Or if you're planning on playing him, make sure you have something you can pivot to. Hope that helps, Chavez. William, last second here. McLaurin or Madison? Ooh, I'm going to go Madison. With the rain game, dump offs are there. Should be very easy. Yep, utmost turnip. You truly are the utmost of turnips. Good. Well done. As you deserve to be. I'm glad that you made it. Every Sunday, I'm back. 11 a.m. Central, up until kickoff. So, if you guys have any last second questions, now your time to get them in. If you haven't already, join the Discord. It should be available for you. Super pumped. It's a good community. Get to chat with me more than often than not. If you have trade, we can deal with that too. Widely available. Stevenson or Taylor? Ooh. If you're worried about it, run Taylor. I think Stevenson, if Stevenson doesn't get back on this train, it's going to be tough to roll out anybody else. So you might be able to actually drop Stevenson after this week because the Raiders are so bad when it comes to the run. So hopefully that helps. If you're worried about it, roll out Taylor. You should be good, Brian. So, all right, last questions. Anybody else? Let's see. Show back tomorrow, Monday for waiver wire. Paul, welcome in. Lockett or Ayuk? It's going to be Ayuk. Just too much upside, man. I wish that they were passing touchdowns, but Geno has dropped his average depth of target way down. Really been hurting that team. Hopefully that helps. All right. It looks like that was everything. That in mind, hope you guys enjoy the Sunday games. I'll have a lot of fun. Really enjoyed doing this every weekend. It's been a blast. Guys continue to make it a fun time. Yep, as I say, good luck in week 6 and enjoy the games. If you have any last second, need 2 Downs, McLaurin, Hubbard, full PPR. Okay. It's going to be Hubbard and oh my gosh, I'm probably gonna go McLaurin just because there's more upside and he is the only target really that Howell looks for. Downs is interesting. I love the opportunity there. A lot of But again, the other two just have more upside. It's hard to get away from them. Downs is a safe play if you're looking for that. So, yep. Good luck in week 6. We're going to head out. Guys haven't already, make sure hit up the website, find some interesting stuff there, whether it's joining the Discord, getting a roster resolution, any of that, any merch if you want that as well. Otherwise, make sure you guys enjoy the weekend and had a lot of fun. Keep up the nonsense.